This is the Bill Squire Show.
I'm leaving that in. Hey, everybody. Hey, everybody. Welcome to this week's episode of the Bill Squire Show. I'm your host, Bill Squire. You got Tommy LC.
Hi.
And Pants.
A.K.A. Officer Scott Stapp.
Mm-hmm. We might have to. I kind of miss I'm not a fucking cop, and I think we should.
You want to get back to the
Yeah,
basics?
I like
I'm not a fucking cop. Wait, no, I am a cop though.
Right.
Oh, you want me to get back to not being a cop?
Yeah. Well, no, I'm just saying, like, we got to disassociate drinking with being a cop. Like, we got to just get back to saying that.
Okay.
Because, you know,
You just want it to be like
because
the-
we're not drinking most of the times on the show anyway. So
Right.
it was kind of, you know.
I might be straight edge now.
Oh, yeah?
It's been
It was like-
fucking 3 weeks, bro. Like
Whoa.
I'm done.
Like 0 drinks.
I'm retired. I had to taste a shot of something at the bar the other day for literal tasting purposes, but no. I mean,
Did
I
it
feel like
taste
I'm
good?
at an AA meeting right now, but I just haven't like. No, my reasoning
Do you
for
feel
not
gay?
gayer. Yeah. Bill, that's a nice shirt you're wearing over
Thank
there.
you. Thank
You know,
you.
unbutton that a little bit. Oh, sorry. Anyways,
No,
my reasoning for-
underneath it. It's, Big Billy's Bottom Boys.
how the fuck did that work out like that? That's
perfect.
amazing. Did Leslie do that?
Yeah.
That's a
yeah.
Leslie. That's a Leslie Jade shirt. Very nice.
Leslie Jade, yeah.
No, I just started feeling unfuckable. So I put the brakes on drinking when I start feeling bloated and unfuckable.
Yeah.
There's no actual holistic, good, noble reason for it. That's it.
Oh, I totally
I
get
suffer.
You.
I
get you.
suffer and I yell in my car until I'm allowed to have a White Claw again.
There you go.
Yeah, fuck this being alone with my thoughts all the time. Think it's fucking terrible.
It's not fun. I mean, you got to do it sometimes, but it's not fun all the
No,
time.
I actually feel fucking good.
You look good, bud.
When you look good, you feel good. If you don't look good, you're a bad person.
Yeah, exactly.
That's like I always
Just
say.
You're
fucking
bad.
jump off the bridge.
Nothing's worse than being
If
ugly.
you don't look, if you're ugly, kill yourself. That's Tommy
Please,
says.
yes. I was thinking on the. Never mind. I'm actually
No,
not
keep
gonna
going.
no, because it's kind of
Let's
weird.
follow that train of thought there.
On the way here, I was driving under a bridge and a guy was walking. I'm like, what if he like jumped off and like hit my car? And then I was thinking, there's a
Be so
Frogger,
mad.
but suicide. Like guys jumping off bridges. Like the opposite. Just
Yeah,
Frogger. Yeah.
that's-
I
You
think that
gotta
literally-
dodge
Let's
so
do
you
it.
don't damage your car from the
I think
suicide.
we got a video game to develop here.
That's literally every time I see someone on a bridge.
You're like, are you going to jump?
Like I don't have suicidal
get-
I mean, that's
thoughts.
happened.
I don't have
Well,
suicidal
yeah.
thoughts about myself. I have
Yeah.
suicidal thoughts about other people all
Yeah.
the time.
Are you hoping or are you just questioning? What is it like?
Depends on the person.
Are you suicide curious or are you like
Suicide curious. Depends on the person. I was just like, I literally will see some people and I'm like, don't do it.
See,
Don't.
I always think of the movie The Good Son,
Oh,
Oh,
God,
yeah.
that's
yeah,
such
where
a
they-
creepy movie.
where they throw the fake body off the overpass
Mm-hmm.
and cause a big car accident. And then there's also stories of people, like kids throwing giant rocks and like
That was a
boulders and
big
stuff.
problem in the 90s.
Yeah.
That was like a huge thing in the 90s.
I think
and,
it
like,
happened in
killing people.
Ohio.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
within the last like 20 years.
Yeah.
that
Somebody.
was every week on the local news. It would be like,
Yeah.
Teenager.
tragedy strikes in Zanesville. You know, like and like literally like motherfuckers were just grabbing boulders and tossing them over overpasses.
Yeah.
I think that's literally why you see when you see the curved fences now,
Yeah,
because people can't just be fucking sane
Cool.
human beings.
right.
They're sick of the ugly people, guys.
Yeah.
Now that you shoot up schools, we've evolved past just throwing shit off.
More at
bridges.
once.
Yeah. You know, times
Mm,
change, trends
yeah.
move on. This is such a great way to
This
start.
is a great way to
Yeah.
start.
Silly season, we getting the jump on that bitch.
I've been doing some spooky season stuff, watching scary movies. I watched Talk to Me.
How'd you like it?
I thought it was good. It was really creepy. It was
Yeah.
real creepy. So of the ones that I've watched this month, it's been Talk to Me, Hereditary, Hellraiser.
Was that your first
for the
time seeing Hereditary?
Yes.
Did you like it?
I did. It was
Okay.
great.
Yeah.
I've
don't
liked them all.
remember.
Hellraiser,
Mm-hmm.
and what's the one? The Amazon Prime one. Totally Killer. So,
I
is that
loved
like the-
that.
is that like the
I thought
80s
it was so
throwback one?
good.
it was really fun.
Yeah, that was really fun.
That one's like not even scary for like a minute, but
Yeah.
it's really fun.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
a fun, silly movie. But like, the one thing, like, I wish they could have made the characters that were in the 80s, like they were trying to make them 80s,
But
it,
yeah,
like it feels like something that was
kind of
like,
hokey a little bit.
The people that wrote it definitely weren't alive in the 80s.
I honestly don't
That's
know.
a
who's
weird. That's a
by,
very obvious vibe when you get that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So is it like they were just trying to catch the Stranger Things wave with that movie?
It felt more like Hot Tub Time Machine to me, but just
Yeah,
like,
it was. It's
Oh,
like
it's like Back to the Future meets Scream,
they
right?
literally
Yeah,
talk about
yes,
Back to the
exactly.
Yes, yeah.
I mean, that's a cool idea.
yeah,
And it's
it's-
Sabrina. I like that actress. She's
Yeah,
cute.
it was a good act. Like it was just a lot of fun, and it was it's hokey and silly and.
Did you see that Freaky movie? Because that's another funny horror comedy.
Freaky, no.
It's with Vince Vaughn and a chick, and it's essentially like Freaky Friday, but it's like he's a
I
murderer.
haven't seen that one.
Watch
yet.
it. That
Yeah.
one's fun too. I thought
All
that
right.
one was fun.
Well, I'm trying to watch. There's so many scary
I know.
movies. But here's what I'm gonna say about Talk to Me is, and just like the A24 movies in general, and just what they're doing for not just horror but like cinema in general is like they have such good cinematography and they keep things real basic. They're not trying to overdo things with, there's a little bit of gore, but it's never crazy. Like, sometimes it's great, but it's not like the gore porn of the mid 2000s.
Oh
with,
yeah, like Saw and
Saw.
Hostel.
Yeah, Hostel was
Well,
the one
like
I always think of.
Blumhouse kind of has the market cornered on those movies.
Yeah.
And that's like I think everyone accepts that. Like
Yeah.
that's the deal.
That's their thing. And those got so popular for a while that that's kind of what turned me off to the horror genre. And now that like I'm watching these A24s, I'm like, oh, these are actually like good. Like they're well acted. They're tense. They aren't just going for cheap scares. Like they're not, and it's not all jump scares. Like it's
Oh no,
they're good. They're good films.
I'm not to sound like a fucking snob dork. It's
Let's
like
do it.
it's really important what A24 is doing because they're reintroducing the idea that people will come to the theaters to see stuff that's not just
Yeah.
property driven franchise stuff.
Yeah.
Right.
Neon 2 has been
Yep.
putting out some
Okay.
really good stuff.
Yeah.
I'm saying that like I have an idea what that is. But
What is the most recent
I've heard that
one?
name. I'm not familiar with.
I think Infinity Pool was Neon because that wasn't A24, was it?
I don't know. You're.
I'm pretty sure it's Neon. There's been times where there's movies and I'm like, I get them mixed up.
Mhm.
I know. I
they
think
are good,
they're
though.
saying the theaters are dying, but I'm just like, no. I think like it's always like a cyclical thing where I think studios are like, oh, we can spend only $20 million to make a movie, and it
That
doesn't.
people want to see, and
And
like
if we
have
make
it be
$50 million on
story-driven
it,
and-
it's a fucking win for us. Like
Mhm.
that's what A24 is kind of built
I
on.
love
Yeah.
the movies.
Yeah.
They don't make. There's no clunkers from them. Like,
No, yeah.
there might be movies you're not into,
Mhm.
but they're not
They're not.
poorly made movies from
Right.
A24.
And it's nice to see, and I also I'm doing a podcast, guesting on one, and I had to watch Gremlins 2, which
Oh,
I haven't
shit.
seen either of them
Oh.
or any of them. I don't know how many
You-
there are,
they're
but
just 2, and you should watch them both because they're
How
fucking
is there
been on
only
my
wild.
two,
list.
by the way?
What?
How is there only 2 Gremlins movies? if
Because
you
the
really think
second one
about
was
it?
such a fucking fever dream of a movie that
Do we know who that
Yeah.
is?
Cindy is getting fucking lit
I
on
know.
a
It's the
Tuesday.
weather.
Was
Something's
it Wednesday
going
or
on.
Tuesday?
Wednesday.
I think
Yeah.
they're just whatever Mercury, whatever the universe is doing, people are crazy right
Bruh.
now.
Mhm.
It is
Oh yeah,
insanity.
everyone's nuttier than usual right now.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's not a full moon, though.
This
I
guy's
know.
gonna whip his dick out.
Is
I
he?
just
Yeah.
have a feeling he's gonna whip it. Either take a selfie or he's gonna whip
Yeah.
his dick out. I'm
He's-
not. This guy looks
Should I
like he
take
has.
a picture of his dick while he whips it out?
He
Yes,
looks like
of course.
he has children in college, but I still feel like he's gonna do something weird.
I can't
This looks-
tell. What is he doing?
This guy looks like his
he's
name's
trying
Roger.
to call the show, but it's not. On.
Oh, he thinks he's calling
Yeah,
Alan.
I don't know.
Do any of us
taking a-
look like Alan?
It
Oh,
literally says
It is
the Bill
I.
Squire show right now. You're not gonna.
mhm.
Let's
Rivals.
jump back in.
Okay.
John Bruton's here. What's up, John? Will you
Hi,
turn on your
John.
microphone?
Welcome.
Jump right in. We don't have a mic on.
But I'm interested in this conversation.
Uh-oh.
You got a Cincinnati girl on the line or something?
No, I'm going to Cincinnati because
Oh,
Tommy
okay.
Tommy goes to a wedding every other week.
Yeah.
I'm going to my one wedding of the year this weekend in Cincinnati.
Yeah.
So we're just. But I'm not. I'm
So
only.
when you're trying to see if you can fuck.
Yeah, I'm only gonna be there like for the evening. I'm not.
Yeah.
It's not enough time to
Why
really.
don't crash
On
your
the
type deal,
old
man.
3-way, 5-way, wet spaghetti chili.
3-way, 5-way?
That's the name of the chili down there.
Oh, I thought that was a sex thing.
Yeah, I totally
I'm
thought
so
that was
confused.
Bill's
I was
guy.
like,
Sound like a
I
sex
knew
I was
that
like,
was.
Yeah.
okay, an orgy?
I knew that was like a
That's
chili term, but I also
8
thought Bill was going for some weird horny sex talk.
I mean, maybe at least, no matter what, if you're down there, you should have at least the 3-way, even if it's just the chili one.
even if noodles are involved.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a 5-way.
That's the 5-way.
I watched a 3-way earlier today when I was researching. So
Anyway, John Bruton, good friend of mine, Cleveland comedian, and now running the Cleveland chapter of the Don't Tell comedy shows.
Yes.
So he produces Jokes on You. We did that together for a few years, and then he's got Make 'em Laugh Mondays. He's been out on the road for the past few years, killing it. And happy to have you on the podcast. It's been a while.
I know. We used to talk a lot during quarantine, which
Yeah.
is very strange to say.
Right. Well, yeah, we would talk almost every day, I feel like.
Yeah,
And
the
then-
checks was got everybody.
And then you had kids, and then it fucked everything up.
I felt like that for a long time. I did feel like that. I did feel like, man, what is my life going to be like now?
Yeah.
Then I got used to it, and it's like, oh, this is just this person can come with me. It's not
Yeah.
that bad. Like, they're not really.
How old are they?
My oldest is 3, my youngest is 2. And they
Those
turn.
are fun ages,
My
I feel
youngest
like.
turns 3 on Halloween, and my oldest turns 4 December 17th.
what your youngest birthday is literally on Halloween?
Yes.
Oh,
my
that's
favorite
cool.
holiday, but my least favorite child. No, I'm talking. It is my favorite holiday. But
You kill it on Halloween.
that's why I was so happy that she was born on Halloween.
Let's run.
How does
Was
that
that
work
planned?
out like that,
Was
man?
that
That's great.
planned?
and her name is Harper, so we call her Harper Wayne.
Yeah.
And she likes it.
Aw.
So she's, that's cute.
That's cute. And over the years, you've done Jokes on You is a crowd work show. You do it Hilarities,
Yes.
and this year it's the 29th,
Ninth. This week, yeah. This
Yeah.
week's today.
and it's going to be you're making people dress up.
Yeah, because I used to let it be like an optional thing.
Yeah.
And then no.
No, you gotta
Yeah.
force.
If you
gotta
come
force
to this
people.
show, damn it, you're involved. I mean, sorry. If you're in the show,
No, you
you're
can
in the
swear,
show.
man. This is
Okay.
a podcast.
Oh yeah, if you're in the show, you're in the
Oh,
show.
hold
You
on.
can't- Yes.
I'm sorry.
could also
That's
say
fair.
that.
Okay.
Yeah, but if you're on the show, you can't just,
You gotta
I had a
dress
breast
up.
cancer awareness show, and I said all the guys got to perform topless.
Yeah.
And 2 guys like, oh, I'm not doing that. I'm like,
Then yeah.
what are you here for? Like,
Right. That's the rules. If you
So-
you got to follow the rules for the show because it's a theme. When we did it a couple years ago when I was on it, I dressed up. I did 1 year as Abundance of Caution. Just covered myself in caution tape.
I remember that.
That was pretty good. That was the easiest costume ever too. That was perfect. That was.
I remember that.
Yeah. And then another year I was Detective Crashmore from I Think You Should Leave.
I think you called that shot. I mean, I think you told me like the night that show dropped, you were dressing like Detective Crashmore.
Yeah.
And it was months, but like it was
Right.
like I think it was in summertime.
Yeah, it was like July, and I'm like,
You had
this
a
is my
long
Halloween
wait for that.
costume. Yeah.
Yeah.
But John's costume, like my costumes are like easy, throw them together. John goes all out.
Well, last year it was Clayton Bigsby. So it was more like the authenticity because of the Trump hat.
Yeah.
Like having the Trump hat was the best thing to have. Like the overalls, I just went to a regular.
Do you guys know who Clayton Bigsby is?
Yeah, the blind white power
yeah.
guy. Yeah.
So I just went
From
to
Chappelle's show.
Oh, okay. Yeah. That's
Yeah.
fine.
He's the black, blind,
Black
white
important
supremacist.
note,
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I had my mom had those glasses, the big black ones. You know, for whenever you get like an eye check.
Like the
And,
Terminator glasses.
Yep.
Yeah.
I bought the overalls, the thermal, and the Carhartt at a store.
Yeah.
And I would wear everything but the Carhartt. I don't wear the overalls. I wear the Carhartt and I wear the flannel regularly.
It's
but
always
just not
nice when you
together.
get something that you can reuse.
Mhm.
Like
those are the best costumes.
so this year I am dressing up as Mike Myers. But it's a hybrid of Halloween and Wayne's World. So I got like the Wayne's World hat and wig, and then I wear the blue jumpsuit, and I like.
Bill
gonna-
literally scared everyone at a party last week.
Yeah, I showed up at
because
the party.
nobody knew it was him.
Nobody knew it was him because of the
Oh.
wig.
It took like
yeah.
Me
Wow, that's
included.
funny.
Yeah.
Can I make
Everyone's
this-
like, who the fuck is this guy? I'm like, it's just Bill, guys. Like, I know all you. Like,
So yeah, I mean, what it cost you a Dickies jumpsuit, a
Yeah.
wig, and a Wayne's World hat, right?
right. So, like, honestly, with everything together, it was about $70, $80. Almost, actually, probably $100 for everything. But I'm gonna wear
The Carhartt.
the Carhartt and probably the wig again too.
I'm gonna be Blank Man this year.
Blank Man's
From
fucking
the
great.
Damon Wayans movie from back in the day.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So it's
Do you remember
easy.
what the premise of that sketch was, or like did that? No. Okay. Blank
You're
Man.
thinking of a different
No,
Damon
I'm
Wayans
thinking
sketch.
Damon Wayans. Blank Man. What was that one?
Blank Man was a movie.
He was
That was a
he was
movie.
really awkward around women.
Yeah.
And his brother wasn't. They lived with their grandmother, and
Yeah.
they made like a fake, like not a fake, it was like a comic book type of thing.
Yeah.
So he had no powers, but he's just like a really smart guy. So he's
Yeah.
like broke Iron Man.
Yeah, that's right.
So it's
okay.
like white long johns and like red underwear or
Yeah.
something.
He had a faded green sweater, a towel for a
Yeah, it's like a real
Yeah.
homegrown look.
and
yeah.
some broken glasses. I
Yeah.
got a couple pair of those, you know.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, not to be confused with Damon Wayans' other character, Handyman.
That's what I was thinking
From
of.
Living
Handyman,
Color.
because
That-
I was telling Elijah
they were
Neville's
similar.
about that.
It was very similar as far as like you could tell it was the birth to make it a movie. He couldn't do a movie with Handyman.
Yeah.
But Handyman, a lot of that's in Blank Man.
Yeah, I think you definitely couldn't do Handyman in 2023.
Oh, you couldn't
do
it
Handyman in
then.
1992 when he made Blank
Like,
Man.
a lot
Like,
of stuff they did, it was just like it wasn't cancel culture watching it.
yeah.
Like the two men on film.
Yeah.
If the wrong people watched
yeah,
it,
dude.
They get
even though it's
upset.
satire,
Yeah,
it could be
Hated
offensive.
it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like because it could be taken out of character. I mean, out of context, or not the
Yeah.
context. Be funny.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, like,
So
yeah. I mean, I
But
think-
it was just like under the radar enough.
yeah,
that you
it was
could
just
go-
black people. So we ain't
Yeah.
really black people watching Fox.
Black
back in the
people
90s.
and me. Like
Yeah.
I
I
watched.
watched. No, I
Well,
watched
it was a
Living
few. I mean,
Color.
of course,
Yeah.
because it was one. I think it was probably the best sketch show as far as a cast, pound for pound.
Well,
I
what
mean,
it
the
had-
cast was insane.
Yeah, dude.
And then
like the best
Yeah.
SNL cast
Can't-
still doesn't have like
the
the
power,
same-
yeah.
What it had going for it by that time, by the 90s, SNL became the institution, right? So, like, Living Color and even Mad TV to an extent became sort of like the punk rock label,
Yeah.
indie band, for
Mhm.
the lack of a better term. So that's what it had going for it. Because I think, everyone loves the underdog until it becomes this cultural juggernaut. And then everybody wants it to fucking go away.
I'm glad they never brought it back. I'm glad they never brought it.
Yeah, I'm
I mean,
actually
Living
with
Color,
you on that.
If they bring it back, it wouldn't be the same energy.
No.
No.
It's like when you have a remake of a horror movie. They're just trying to be as scary as the first one.
Right.
Yeah, I think I respect the Wayans for letting that sort of just
Exist in the time that it did.
yeah.
Because it also with what it was and what they were doing, like it was just like a slice of time, and bringing it back without, you're not gonna get Jim Carrey to go back and do that. You need the
You gotta have
original
those
cast.
people.
You need that
Yeah.
core, the core
You gotta
members.
have an actual Jamie Foxx type, Tommy Davidson type,
Yeah,
David Allen Greer.
David Allen Greer is one of
Jamie
the most
Foxx on-
underrated too.
Yeah, Jamie Foxx honestly is probably more famous right now than Jim Carrey is. Like Jim Carrey in the
But that's
90s.
just the fact they come from the same class.
Yeah.
Wild.
It's like seeing like you see the you ever watch the You documentary on 30 for
Yeah.
30?
Yeah.
And you realize all these motherfuckers went to the same school, the
Mhm.
same 2-year period,
Yeah.
11 draft picks in the first round.
Yeah.
How? Like, then you're like, okay.
Because they were getting paid.
Oh yeah.
NIL is
Uncle
just the
Prime.
name for it now.
Before NIL, yep. Before NIL, you had you.
It was
Uncle Luke.
okay. So, but I want to keep running through some of your best Halloween costumes because they're just iconic. There's Prince.
That's the one.
I think that's
Prince is the one I remember
Prince
that
was
sticks
so
out to me.
good that
Prince
when
was
I
so
was
good.
single, it was in my Tinder profile.
yeah,
Yeah.
It was on my bump. It was in all of my. It was that too. Like, hey.
yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Was
dude.
it? Did it hit?
Oh yeah.
Oh,
It,
wait.
was,
No.
It hits
it worked.
good.
It worked.
You could probably Google Prince costume, and I bet John's would show up.
Yeah,
It
John,
might,
that
it
was
might.
immaculate. Like that was.
I had a makeup artist do my makeup.
Damn. Okay,
Her
you
name
do
was,
go hard.
Robin Jackson.
Hell yeah.
She's still in Cleveland.
That's awesome.
That's literally when I think of John Bruton Halloween costumes. All I think is Prince, because you can't half-ass that costume.
Oh, I had so much fun that night.
I'll bet.
It's always fun. Like we did a Walking Dead night where a lot of comics dress up as zombies.
Mhm.
So we just had like bad makeup to make you like a zombie. And Dwayne Duke came as a clown, but then he made it into a slutty zombie clown.
Slutty zombie clown.
Dwayne Duke made it work somehow.
That's so many things to be at once.
To go from being the clown
feel like
when you
that's
came
easy.
out, and just
Yeah.
the makeup, and then it was fun for him. So, you know.
I like
But
I mail it in super hard as much as Halloween is easily my favorite holiday. When it comes time to actually do a costume, I normally I'm like, I was like, I'm stressed out. I don't have time for this. This year, I'm not mailing it in because I'm throwing a Halloween party at my bar. But
See?
yeah, shitty Dracula. So,
well, it takes
Shitty
one time. It takes
Dracula.
one reason to be like, you know what? I can do this.
I mean, I have like, I invested in like the Marvel Wolverine costume a few years ago.
Mm.
That
And
was
it
a good one. That was a fun one.
Yeah, and there was I spent probably like
Killmonger was real good too.
Oh, you
the
were
hair.
Killmonger.
I
Yeah.
got the hair, and it was the one where he was in the museum.
Like the PM Dawn hair.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
And before he got all mad, he just was being a smart ass about the museum.
Michael B.
stealing
Jordan
stuff.
they really thought they were going to make that hair a look for a while again, weren't they? Like that
I'm
was the
so
one thing they
glad
didn't catch.
that was a Marvel had a black person say fine. Like, how does look? It's like it's cool, man. Go ahead.
If
Like,
you're into it, I'm into
yeah,
it.
like
I
y'all
guess.
gonna it's worse than Tyler Perry, my nigga. I mean, my guy, this is
Bro,
one
you
level.
say it.
I know. So I'm trying to be better. I'm
I
trying
mean,
to.
we're not saying it. You can,
But it's like that wig was very much like okay, Marvel doesn't really. They just do. That's a very comic book style of hair. Like that's not.
doesn't always. I mean, I thought it looked
That's
fine.
what Sam Lee thinks Killmonger would look like.
Were you were
Well, no, so like Ryan Coogler directed it, so
Yeah.
Ryan Coogler signed off on that
I
hairstyle.
know, but you ruining the joke, Mr. Factual Facts.
Sorry, I fucked up. I ruined it. I went full nerd. You never go full nerd. I'm sorry. dude.
There was a lot of black people in that. Yeah, I know. I think
Actually, do you know who Ryan
what was it-
Coogler
what was
is, an
her name?
African
Ruth
American?
Carter, I think, was the woman who won for the
Wait, who?
wardrobe. I think her last name was Carter. She won for the wardrobe, the Grammy or the Oscar. They didn't win. They only won an Oscar for wardrobe. They didn't win an Oscar for anything else.
Listen, you're asking me to remember a lot of black people, right?
I know.
Yeah.
I'm saying like,
And they got-
I was
but
in
they
there. I
got
know the
nominated for
fact
Best
facts.
Picture, so that was the first.
Oh, they
film.
won Best Picture,
They didn't win it, but they got nominated, which was the first
comic.
comic book movie to be nominated for Best
And
Picture.
that was dramatic as hell too. It was long and dramatic, which is
The movie.
yeah.
Yeah.
It was like I was mad.
Were you
know how,
like?
so me and Bill talked a lot about Marvel movies.
Yeah.
I saw Endgame twice.
Mhm.
I only saw it a third time, but I fell asleep. I just watched it. Just was like, Bill saw it 3 times. Let me try and just do it.
Yeah.
I fell asleep. I said, I don't care. It's fine. I woke up at the end when it mattered.
The movie's like 7 hours long.
Dude, I saw it 3 times on the first day.
But it wasn't
Like, I
bad.
saw
That's
it.
funny. But it's it was so many things you can't see again.
Yeah.
When I watched Black Panther, I don't see I didn't miss shit. I
Yeah.
watched it and it was right there in my face. There was
Yeah.
no Easter eggs. It was
Yeah.
all right there. Watching it again is like, fuck. I remember when I was single, I watched it twice. I'm like, I'm not doing this. I need to get a girlfriend. I can't watch movies more than once.
Telling you, dude, like if
Like,
you're trying to
this
watch
is-
Solo and you can look at your phone whenever you want, it's just not going to work out.
No, that's
That's
like why I have to have somebody there. Like when I try and watch something and there's nobody else around, my phone's just like, what happened to us? Why'd you break up with me? I'm like, I just trying to watch a half-hour show. Like,
Same, I can't.
yeah.
During
I have
co-
fidget cubes.
Yeah.
because
movie
it's that
dates
bad.
during COVID, literally, I would like. It was a testament to how hooked to my phone I was because like a chick would come over and we'd watch Midsummer, and I'd seen Midsummer like 4 or 5 times by that point, and I was like,
4 or 5.
I mean, I
different
was like
women.
fucking dying, falling asleep like 30 minutes in because I can't have this thing. And then it's like, you know, I'm trying to be present, watching her watch the movie, and I'm like waiting. I'm like, so can now we just not have clothes on right now? You're gonna make me watch the whole thing.
That's not a rewatch movie either. I feel
No.
like.
I've watched it. I mean, I'm not trying to tangent completely. I've seen Midsummer probably 7 or 8 times.
That's-
I watched
I
it
love
3
that
times,
movie.
though.
It's great, but
I
I
wouldn't see
don't
it
want to see.
streaming, though.
When
I've
I'm in
never seen it
Netflix
theaters.
and chill mode, I don't want to watch the whole movie.
Right, right. Yeah.
Yeah, trying to.
My girl,
Get
she
mid
loves
guts.
to pull her phone out to see how tall people are or what they've been in.
Oh, I do that.
I do that.
for sure. I
I don't know
gotta.
their face.
Yeah. I love, but especially like how tall is that person actually?
Yeah, like,
That's such a dude thing to do. Is
oh, she
like,
does it. I don't really watch. I can just be there now. I'm so tired of my phone. I watch BattleBots every night now.
Yeah.
On HBO Max, I remember when it was on Spike. I rewatch it. Oh my god, I love BattleBots.
I should love BattleBots too. I can't watch anything anymore.
Oh.
I'm so fried by my phone if I'm by myself. I just watched 7 straight hours of hockey last night while I just scrolled through tits on TikTok. Like literally
They have
watched
nudity on
so much
TikTok?
hockey. What?
They
No,
got nudity
it's-
on TikTok?
Not all the
Nudity?
way.
Oh.
No, but it's you know, it's like
Fair.
just
Big bouncing
chicks.
tits.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's all you need,
boobs and
yeah.
butts and sandwiches.
Nipples extra, you know, the meat's there.
I can see those like whenever I want. Like I'm just there's something about the TikTok thing where it's like a slot. It's the shittiest slot machine in the world where you refresh it and it's like, what are we gonna see?
Addicting.
Gonna see? Are we gonna like? Is it gonna be an X or is it gonna be a sandwich or is it gonna be like a fat ass in a car eating Arby's? Like, what's it gonna be? You know?
I'm scared of my Twitter like that. I don't like opening Twitter anymore.
I opened
That's
Twitter
dangerous.
today.
No one should like
and
opening Twitter anymore. Sorry.
I opened Twitter
Bruh.
today, and one of the like retweet hot girl like it was called like baddies or something like that. And it would always retweet like hot girls only with that had OnlyFans that like put their tits out there. Well, for whatever today it was Dick Day, and so I was just like I just opened my phone and at work, and I'm just like. That's all dicks. It's all dicks, and
Porn is
so I
porn
gotta
now.
unfollow them. That's
They're all sharing content and helping, you know, push it forward.
Sometimes you scroll the feed. Sometimes the feed scrolls you, dog.
exactly.
Yeah.
There you go.
That's true.
I like. There was
Sometimes
one
you
day
get
I
scrolled.
saw the largest cock I've ever seen in my life easily on Twitter, where it was like, you know how there's just
It's safe
There's
on
just a
Twitter. I'll
dude-
say that much.
Yeah.
his body didn't. He looked like he was in the Spin Doctors, and then he just had like my forearm hanging between his legs, and it was his actual dick, and he had the stupidest smile on his face, like he goes, "It's like I know." He's just like you could tell he was like, "Yeah, it doesn't make any sense, right?"
What are you supposed to do? I mean, what are you supposed to do? If you're not a porn star, what are you gonna do? You're gonna go to work?
Take pictures of that shit all day long.
Yeah, well, that's what he's doing.
Yeah, you gotta get out of it. That's the money. You can't,
Yeah, I
you
don't
can't
need,
do
like-
real labor now.
It's Twitter is still to be. Elon Musk couldn't try harder to make it intolerable of an experience. It's still the best social media app.
Oh, it's
I'd
because it's
agree,
garbage.
yeah.
It's the one place you can go. It's the internet you're not supposed to be at.
Yeah.
It's the chat room. It's the porn. It's the bad
It's all
opinions. It's
happening.
all the evil thoughts. It's you just go there and read it.
And
just get out of it.
honestly, on top of that, like the breaking news,
Yes, that as well. You
you're,
get it
you're going
all.
to get you're gonna get dicks, pussies, tits, and if someone's assassinated, you're
That's
gonna find
true.
out on Twitter before anything else.
I don't
'Cause
want to
it-
be the
the
second to the
timeline
group
does
chat
turn
when
to a
someone dies.
movement when it gets weird. Like,
Yeah.
if it gets bad, it goes from all the it ain't no more 30% off until Monday. Now it's like, hey, we gotta stop the violence. It's like that's fair.
Because if it happens on Instagram, you got to make a graphic first. Like you can't.
I was telling somebody
Yeah.
about how the social media are all different. You can't just be good at one.
Yeah.
Like you pick one and then be good at that, but you can't just try to do the same thing across the board.
No,
Like,
it doesn't
Yeah.
even.
if you
no.
want to have a conversation with people and be a person, Facebook's fine.
Yeah.
If you want to shit on everybody and stun on them, Instagram.
Oh yeah, yeah.
If you kind of want to talk but not that long, TikTok. And if you want to say
But
whatever,
that's even changed because now TikTok has 10-minute, like, I'll be watching a video on TikTok and I think it's going to be like a 15, 30-second video. And then I'm looking at the bar, but I'm like, how long is
don't
this?
want it, though.
Yeah, yeah. And I don't want, no,
Yeah,
I,
like,
I,
you'll go
I
to-
scroll away
you-
from it.
if
But
YouTube
sometimes
gave
it
me
gets
that-
me.
Yeah, but YouTube, I'm cool with you. If YouTube, I watch Drink Champs on. Did
Yeah.
I say that?
I've never watched it, but I know what it is.
Oh, I know. I mean, I didn't mean to say.
What?
What?
Oh, you
no,
watch
oh.
it. Yeah, say whatever.
Oh.
Yeah.
I
Dude, nobody pays
Speak
attention to what I
freely.
do on
Oh,
this show.
Oh, man, I watch
Yeah.
Drink Champs on YouTube, and I
Yeah.
watch the Joe Budden on. It'll be just I watch them on YouTube. I'm
Yeah.
not gonna. If it was on my phone, I probably wouldn't. But I'm old though. I do know that's a difference. Being old, people would do subscriptions. I would never.
Yeah.
Like I don't. I just don't. It's like I'm
No.
not gonna subscribe for long. Like, I don't want to.
Yeah.
How old are you?
40 now.
Oh yeah, it's over for you.
Oh, it fell over already. But it's like I realize that subscriptions are everybody else does them, but I just don't.
Well,
Care enough.
when I see people have like a
It's a new
subscription
model.
on Instagram and like they're a comic, and I'm like, what content am I not getting, man? Like
Fans, their fans are gonna pay it.
but no, I'm talking about like a
Oh, they-
lower than level
They don't
than
understand. They just
yeah.
want to. I mean, I know guys who don't even know why they have a Patreon.
Yeah.
Like
And
they just have one. They don't
yeah.
have anything on it. They don't know why.
Just so their
They
mom
just
can
like, you gotta have a
Give them
Patreon.
$50 a month.
Hopefully.
It's. I mean, that is. It's just. There's. I think there's just people that are around. We're similar age. Where I think there's dudes that are just afraid of the game passing them by. They're just and they go, well, you know, you got to have a Patreon, and it's they just
Mhm.
they put it up and they don't do anything because it's like they just. I don't know. Like you don't.
It's for the stats. It's to say you did it, but then you don't really do it.
Well, it's just you don't want to feel like you're missing the bus because everything changes so quickly.
Well, also people think that they're way more interesting and way better at. They think they're going to have a Tim Dillon situation where they're all of a sudden making $100,000 a month or $500,000 a month from Patreon subscribers. But it's like, no, you're not.
Yeah, like,
you're not that.
social.
You could. I mean, but it's just not. You don't. It doesn't work
That's
that
the
easily.
problem. Is you could. Everybody can't.
No, not everybody.
But we can't stop them. That's the one thing I do not like about the internet is everybody can do a try.
Everybody has a
everyone
voice.
gets a
I
chance.
fucking
It's like
hate
every
it.
fucking body. Like, think about it. Everybody cannot like.
Yeah.
It seems cool.
No,
to you,
no,
like,
for sure, I get
Everybody, like.
No, listen.
Having no gatekeepers has created some of the
Worst
like the worst.
gatekeepers,
Yeah,
though.
yeah.
Because
Oh,
now you
yeah,
got the
yeah.
weak who now have a voice. It's like, well, you're not really putting in anything.
Mm-hmm.
You don't put in. You're just telling us
take
how
it.
to
You're just
share. Like, you're not even helping.
You're literally one social media bio update away from being whatever you want to be. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Oh,
Like-
I remember when I first saw people put public figure,
Yeah.
and I'm like, who the fuck are you to be a public figure? Like, what do you do?
I wish
that's
I had
public?
that confidence, you know.
Yeah, it took me forever to get. I was on tour for 5 years with a great comedian.
Yeah.
I didn't post shit because I'm like, what I'm gonna say? I'm here for the ride.
Well, you have you have what every good and actual talented person has, which
Inadequacy?
is imposter syndrome.
Yeah.
No, I was talking about it last night.
When I
like,
got the job I was telling you about, I was bugging about that.
yeah,
It wasn't that hard.
you like I like anyone
It's not
like
that hard.
I've never met a talented person that didn't feel like they were supposed to be there. Like that didn't feel like there was that imposter syndrome where they just were like amazed that they were succeeding at anything.
But I
And
always never
only
fail.
like the hackiest, just sociopathic idiots.
Well, look
don't
at the
have that,
comics
you
or
know?
like the people that like the open micers that have comedian in their bio and they've done it 3 times or they've done it. They go to one mic every 2 months for
know.
10 years. Like,
I don't like the part of like
but I'm just saying, like,
I know.
but they're so like yeah, but I'm a comedian.
I
Like,
hate now the new thing. You might not even notice it, the new thing that comics do. They all want the title of feature.
Oh, well, that's a
It's all but it's worse now. When we were coming,
Yeah.
it's like you wanted it, but now they're doing any corner they can cut to just get
Just say
that,
they
just to
did a
say they did
feature,
it. It's
yeah.
like, come on. I'm not saying at that point it's like saying you're assassin.
yeah.
You just because you bought a gun does not mean you're fucking John Wick
Yeah,
now.
Right.
just because you own a
Yeah.
football helmet doesn't.
Because I can
put
Yeah,
run
like,
somebody
you know,
over. Don't make me a killer. Like,
so,
I'm
like,
a
what-
killer, but I'm not an assassin.
Yeah, like,
This
you
is-
can have a helmet and you can play the game, but just don't scream that part.
I've paid for abortions. I'm not an assassin.
Clear this up for me. So I've been doing fucking open mics for 8 years now. But like when the jump comes from open micing to featuring, or what's
They
between
made
that?
it into a thing. It's really just
MC,
you're a
like-
comedian, you're open micer, then you're a comic for real.
And then you're
open
getting
mic
on,
is like just
you're
the
getting on
rookies.
bigger shows and you're getting on
Yeah,
actual
but once
shows
you get to a
people are
certain
paying
point, nobody really pulls your card. There's never like at that level, nobody talks like that.
No, nobody's.
Bill's a headliner, right?
for. Yep.
I'm a feature. But me and Bill don't ever have conversations like, hey, feature, hey, headliner. It's,
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
hey, it's comedians. At that point, you just respect them because he's a comic.
You just and you never talk about your good gigs. You never talk about doing well. You talk
Talk
shit
about the
the
shitty
road.
gigs.
Yeah.
Like, you cry to your friend. Me
Yeah.
and Mary talk about the bad ones. I
Yeah.
don't ever want to. If she called me about a good moment, I'd hang the phone.
Yeah.
like
I'm not your
when,
fucking
when
good
Mary's
friend.
on
I'm
the
your
road or
cry
John's
friend.
on the road and someone I get a call from them, I know I have to answer because they had a bad night.
Oh,
Yeah.
Like
I went over 42 minutes once. I mean, I did 42 minutes before. I only supposed to do 25. I did 42. This man is not. He's short tempered.
Yeah.
He did not like it. I was where
Did he just forget to show you the light, or did you just run that shit?
I ain't see it. I was moving my head too much.
Yeah.
And just in a good mood.
just got
Yeah.
stuck in the groove, and so
He
what
didn't-
happened afterwards?
He didn't say anything about it until 2 weeks. We in a whole nother city. And everybody's here now. Like, it's 2 other guys. He got a friend and then a road manager.
Mm-hmm.
The other road manager's here now and the friend. I get a beating. Like, he's like, oh, let me tell y'all what this. And it didn't stop.
He needed
Oh.
a public whipping.
He was waiting. He was waiting.
And I was
for
feeling the funny part. I thought I got away with it. I thought it was cool. And he's like, he think I'm nice. I'm like, shit, all right. It was in, we were in, where is that place? Kansas City. in the Kansas City green room, he told me all about myself.
Was he cool otherwise across the board?
Oh, we've been cool for he keep me
This
around.
is who he
'cause I'm-
travels with.
Yeah, I've been with him for like 5 years.
This is Ali
He's
Sadiq.
nice to me.
Yeah.
So he just took
But-
an opportunity to bust your balls.
Because my first time messing up, though. It was my first one.
Yeah, it's,
But he knew he made jokes about me trying to record. He's like, I see you trying to record your special early, huh? I said, no. And I was like, I can do it. I was like, I had the confidence after I did that, but it didn't feel good after. 'Cause I'm like, oh man, I got to still deal with this for the rest of the weekend. He didn't say anything about it. I'm like, okay.
So you've been traveling with Ali for 5 years now.
Mhm.
You are starting to headline some stuff. You got an album recording November 19th at Hilarities. Get those tickets at hilarities.com. And now you are booking and producing the Don't Tell shows, which if you haven't seen those are all over social media, YouTube, and I've done them in Akron and Pittsburgh and Detroit and Cincinnati and Columbus, all those places. And now they're in Cleveland. And how do people get tickets to those? Because well, explain what it is.
So it's every city has pop-up shops where pop-up shows. So it won't be in the back room of a comedy club. Like Hilarities has a small room.
Yeah.
It wouldn't be in Hilarities' small room.
No.
But it wouldn't always be in a bar. So
Yeah.
they do them in strange places. Like not strange places, but they do them in different places.
Yeah.
Like I got one at a place called Recess Cleveland, where it's just like a big playhouse for adults. Like you got the bumper cars you can pedal. And so we're doing one there. One is in the back of a restaurant called Fin and Feather. It's downtown. One's in Shaker.
Okay.
It's a barbershop in Shaker.
Oh, that'll be badass.
Yeah, cause I did a barbershop show in Pittsburgh, and I'm trying to think what venues to do.
I did a gym in Pittsburgh, like a boxing gym. That was cool.
I was trying to think about what else has not been done. I'm tired of comics feeling like their space is their space.
Yeah.
Like I was at Grog Shop. I was at Grog Shop for 10 years in April.
Yeah.
It is what it is. I don't care.
We've done that. But there is a different energy.
I did fight for my space though.
Yeah.
But then it's like, all right, it's my space.
Yeah. It's a different energy when you're going into a place that you don't normally do comedy. So like doing comedy in that boxing gym, like there was like a different excitement about it, and like it was a little different. Like it was weird doing it. And
everybody has an experience because the lineups aren't known either.
And you're not doing this during business hours, right? Like this is like
everything's
show.
the 2 shows are 7:30 to 9:30. 2 shows on Saturdays.
So all I could think of is like the Chappelle show when you walk in the middle of a barber shop in the middle of
Yeah.
the day. Just try to do a tight 10.
They close at 6.
You wouldn't be funnier though.
And,
you would like the people in there that hanging out at the barbershop would be funnier than any comic that
Yeah,
goes
dude, it would be
on.
all
a
these spots,
nightmare.
all these
It'd be a
spots I
nightmare.
went to were like spots I've actually been. So that's
Yeah.
when I started thinking about places to go. Like the barbershop's called Gentleman Cave. It's on Shaker, right off Chagrin. It's a
love that idea,
lounge,
yeah.
and it's like it has a space for a show. So they have. It's a lounge they have. You just got to take the chairs, rearrange them, and then you can have a show.
It's very successful across the country, and it's cool that it's in Cleveland now. And you can just go to don'ttellcomedy.com and get your tickets.
Don'ttellcomedy.com, and then when you select,
and you never know who the lineups are from all over the place too. It's not like it's just Cleveland guys.
That's the fun part. I book it, so now you can do different styles.
Yeah.
I like the New York style, like the Cellar.
Yeah.
Where it's 15 minutes.
Yep.
Every
keep it
motherfucker
quick.
come down there and kill, and then that's it.
I love that too.
And we rotated, and since 2 shows,
Yeah.
I've been to the Cellar. I've never been to it, but I've always been in New York and seen the lineup. It changes.
Yeah.
So sometimes it'll be the same people, but it might be the same different order or
Right.
whatnot. So I'm trying to do the same thing. So if a comic comes in town, it's 2 shows makes it easier than doing the 1 show.
Right.
Like a lot of comics are used to. So it's just
No, they're a lot of fun.
stacking
and,
lineups is gonna be the fun part.
And knowing that you're in charge and booking it and everything makes me excited about it, because I know you over the past 5 years traveling with Ali, you know so
good
many
show.
comics. So many comics.
That's the fun part because I've done so many of them. And I haven't done one here yet.
Yeah.
I didn't do Columbus. I did the Attic, but I didn't do Don't Tell.
Okay.
I was out there. I was gonna be there that weekend.
Yeah.
So I just went down a day early.
Yeah.
But it's just meeting a lot of comics has been easy, but it's just getting them to come to Cleveland.
Right.
I feel like the LeBron's like, man, I try to ask everybody to come play here. So and everybody wants to go to Columbus. So that's that's the saving grace is everybody wants to go to Columbus.
Yeah.
So I just
let me know when you're there.
Yep, whoever's around Columbus.
Yep.
Plus, we got
Detroit's real good too.
We got
there's
10.
Akron, there's
We got a roster here of 10 comics I can throw up any given time. 10 comics.
Good, yeah.
So you add 2 or 3 other comics from other places, and it's a solid show. Columbus has their own, so they can send. I got Neff Johnson coming up here for the first one on the 28th. I can tell you that comic. I won't tell you everybody.
Yeah.
But
No, that's exciting.
I got you on one.
Oh, do you?
Yes.
Did I agree to that?
News
what date?
I'll give you all the dates.
Okay, yeah,
Pick
give me
one.
the date.
Or you can pick a couple because it's gonna be like the New York style. So
Just let me know.
Yeah.
Did we talk about that?
Nah, we haven't talked about it really because
Okay,
I was
so-
gonna wait.
Okay.
So we had it.
And then the album recording, you were all set up to do one, and then some bullshit happened in Indianapolis.
I don't know if it was bullshit. It was they
kinda
dissolved that branch
Yeah.
of the business.
Yeah.
And they kept my deal. So they
Yeah.
kept me on the schedule even though they didn't have the records anymore.
Yeah.
So they told me when I got there that we're not recording.
Yeah.
I'm like, well, I'm gonna still have fun. I
Yeah.
did about an hour, but it was like a lot of just messing around.
Right.
Then the next night I did my set just to run it through, just to see how it feels, and then it was like, go home.
Yeah. And now,
And
but
figure
now
it
you're
out.
doing it
I had to figure
at,
that shit out quick though.
At not the Agora, at Hilarities on November 19th, and Mary's hosting that one. And John's a fucking great comic, and I'm very excited for you to finally have something.
I'm only
there.
nervous now because I'm going to see Ali tape tomorrow, Friday. I'm going out to
This is like
DC.
his third or fourth.
This is it's gonna be the third and fourth. He's
Okay.
for that series of the Domino Effect.
Okay.
And I'm not gonna say anything else. I'm gonna see it Friday and Saturday, and then I'm gonna be sad and want to throw all my shit away.
You can't compare yourself to.
Oh, I don't. I stopped doing that. I never did that actually.
Yeah.
I realized very quickly that it was not that kind of show.
Yeah.
Like ain't nothing I can do to that.
Yeah.
I can just do my best. There's nothing you can do with that.
You can't. Yeah. You can't. Especially as someone that.
Well, because he stops energy when he goes on stage.
Yeah.
It's a trick. He just stops the energy. So no matter what you do, they came to see him. He doesn't care what you do, as long as you don't go over
Right.
42 fucking minutes.
Awesome, man. Well, thanks for coming by, man. This is.
I'm happy to be. I told you. Anytime I can come around you, I miss it, man.
Yeah, I kind of cocooned myself, and also just fucking busy.
What you call me?
I'm
I'm sorry.
sorry, I'll be recording now.
I do that to everybody. I'm sorry. I did it to you before. It's just very. There's so many words. Sorry.
There's so many. But yeah, like I've so fuck, get off my show. At John Bruton, Mad Bruton.
Yeah, Mad Bruton.
on
Mad
social
Bruton Comedy.
media.
MadBruton.com. Mad Bruton on all social media.
Yep.
MadBruton.
All right, man. Thanks for stopping by.
My pleasure.
At Tommy LC.
Yes.
At OK Pants
On all
Nice
socials.
pants.
and
Actually.
Old
Very
86 Bar on all
86
socials
Bar.
as well.
My tickets are on sale right now for my special tape in the Agora, December 22nd, BillSquire.com. And we'll see you guys next week.
Bye.